So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you how to emulate the Westie pattern. I do my Westie patterns probably lower than some of you see in your shops, and it is more correct to have it lower, the lower the pattern. The pattern will simulate a lot like the sporting breeds. I say Springer when I say sporting in the S's. And I'm going to have a chest, I'm going to have a skirt, and I am going to have a little bit of a rear. Highlighting that hip, highlighting that shoulder, and the skirt being a separate entity from the shoulder to the thigh. This here, it's going to blend off the dog, okay? What I like to do, if I haven't had this dog before, or just to refresh my memory, is I'll get behind a dog, and I will close my eyes, and I will feel her with my eyes closed to feel her conformation, if she's straight, if she is lacking rib, if I need to add rib, maybe I can raise the skirt. And I'm not feeling anything but a little weakness in the rear here, which I cannot hide using the clippers. Just a little, she's a little atrophied just from age here in the rear. She should be a nice, sturdy, strong, robust dog. Terriers are, with thick bones. Her front feet are bigger than her rear for digging. She's got a beautiful tail set, the nice tail, nice carrot tail that we're going to emulate. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start by carding out just simply with a 40 blade. I'm going to card out some of the dead coat so my lines, when I get that guard comb in there, that it looks a little better and that doesn't leave as many lines. Getting that undercoat out, some of the undercoat is usually what leaves those lines. Again, if you're, and I have done this some, so I'm not going to do this too much. I've done a lot of it already. Just want to show you an example. Quick and easy 40 blade if you don't have the tools. We also like to use the Mars comb undercoat rake. You can use a Furminator. The Mars comb got a lot of this dead coat out. It'll make it look better. I'm going to start with a 2 guard. Again, I do not like to do anything under a 5. I don't even like to do a 5. I like to do a 4 and up on my Terrier's harsh coats because it ruins the coat. It doesn't look natural. Terriers should look natural and have full color. And you get into that, not only does it not look as nice, you can never make it look nice. It just doesn't blend with that kind of coat. The owners may like it. You're going to get some of those Westies in here that the owner says, I want the back as tight as a schnauzer. You have to do what the owner wants you to do. But if you can talk them or slowly raise it up a little bit longer every time and carding it, you might be able to get that coat back into shape or make it look a little better and blend it by blending it. So again, you should have like 2 inches of coat on this. We're not stripping. We're going to go ahead and try to modify this and do it with a 2 guard and show the same, have the same results. Starting here at the occiput on a Westie, I like to stay a little bit farther back to be safe, the back of the occiput. So I have this hair here behind these ears to make my circular head. So I want to be careful, and I'm going to be safer than sorry. Comb that hair out of my way, and I'm going to start a little bit back. Not too far back that I have to go reblend, but that's something that you get with time. Down the back, straight line down the back, and I'm going to not go all the way to the base of the tail, but just a little bit where the back starts to dip in. I can feel that into the tail, so when her tail is up, I can have a little fill hair, is what I like to call it. So I'm just going to be careful when I blend here not to dip down into that tail. Going with the growth of her coat as much as possible. I'm doing a V up here, upside down V, and bypassing that tail set. And now I'm going to go down her side. Now what I like to do on a Westie or the sporting trim, I find myself starting with the front of the dog, which is usually very odd. But the front of the dog and this front end is where you're going to get a lot of your blending, and you need to see it. The rear of the dog, it is what it is, and it's the same. But the front and this chest usually differ enough that I feel like I need to, here's my lowest part, and I need to raise up to that. So that's where I like to start to blend into that. Or I'll start in the front, go to the back a little, and meet in the middle and bring my puzzle work together. So get in here, go down the leg, and I want to expose that whole shoulder. I want to show that shoulder. I don't want to pinch, so I don't want to go down in too far where it's going in and it's dipping in and it's looking exaggerated, because nothing on this is exaggerated. It's supposed to look very natural. I go down with the lay of the coat into the body, and I'm going to keep this high, and I'm going all the way to my point of rump, keeping it high. I'm going to go back and keep lowering it till it matches the dog. There's no set line on this dog. I can't say to you, the pattern, here's a line, it goes like this and this. Every dog is going to be different. What am I doing? I'm highlighting the areas of this dog, keeping in mind the pattern, but following the dog's outline and lay of the coat and its conformation. Of course, the better the dog, the better your groom. So I'm lowering it now. Now I'm lowering into and down into that skirt now. Got that nicely blended. And I'm pushing and blending off. And I'm trying to blend so I don't have to go back and do a lot of thinning to make that match. But I want it to look like there is no pattern. If I can do it and skim it to where it disappears, I'm doing good. Good. Now, always do the V's. You have a V here, you have a V here, my finger at the point of rump. You can make a V. You can feel that muscle there. That's what I'm going to highlight. So I'm going to take it down to about here, push, and I'm going to blend everything into that. So it's like this. The rear is clean right here. You'll see some patterns. Some people go a lot lower. Some clients want that line a little lower. It is still appealing, but be cautious. Okay. And just run it off the coat so it looks like it's natural. No exaggerated marks. Now what I'm seeing is a little bit of falseness here. I don't know if you can pick up on that, but I can. So I'm going to lower it a little bit more. Her standing straight is important, especially for setting patterns. Using this just like I would a painter's brush. Gentle. This white coat, if you don't go in, I think of these clippers as a plane, and I'm going to land it straight down and in, and I'm going to have the same landing. Because if I go in like this, a different angle, I'm going to put a mark in it, and I'm going to have to go over it and over it to get it right. So have I highlighted this muscle and blended this in? I think I have.